Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Happy Friday to you all. 28th day of March, and it's going to be mid-80s today.
Wow.
Isn't that something? That's a good thing for comfort, I suppose. Not a good thing for fire danger. So the red flag goes up at noon today, I believe, and goes till 7 o'clock tonight. That means shouldn't be doing any burning of any kind this afternoon into this evening. And I'm not sure what the winds are going to do. It doesn't really matter. It is brittle out there, so let's be careful. But maybe, just maybe, tomorrow on Saturday, last I looked, was 80% chance precipitation. Sunday, now they're talking about, well, the weatherology folks are saying slight skiff of snow on Sunday.
Oh.
So we'll have a mix. So we'll want to kind of be careful getting around. But today, 85 is the prediction.
All right.
So get out your suntan lotion, put on your swimsuit, and have some fun. Matter of fact, it's a very special day. It's National Hot Tub Day.
Is it now?
Yes, because it's so relaxing to get together with some friends and slowly stew yourselves in a hot tub. They were not invented until the 1970s. The Japanese came up with them for more than 2,000 years ago, but took America a little while to catch on in the 1970s. And I always think, whenever I think of a hot tub, I honestly think of Cheryl and Bob Bowles. They always had a hot tub wherever then they moved a lot. Yeah. They always had a hot tub, and they liked to sit in it at night before they went to bed. You know, stew themselves. Makes you sleepy.
Does it?
Yeah. You know, if you've ever been to a hotel or motel and stayed in one of those too long, you go upstairs and you feel weak and you lay down when you're on vacation. You can't do that on a regular day.
Yeah.
So it is Hot Tub Day.
When I think of hot tubs, my mind immediately goes to the Saturday Night Live skit with Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
He was playing James Brown, right?
Yes,
James
he was.
Brown. Too hot in a hot tub.
Yeah. Oh, they're still very well appreciated. You'll see them outside of homes and so forth. Maybe not as popular as they were for a while, but still very nice to be in if you don't stay in too long. It's also a very important day for you cat lovers out there. It's Respect Your Cat Day. Celebrate your friend because they'll only do what they want to do. They're a animal that's a bit on the snooty side when they want to be, but they can also be very friendly when they want petted. And then they rub on your legs and trip you and you fall. So respect your cat today. And that's it for right now. Other than birthdays, we need to take a look at birthdays, and we have a local one here, a very important one. Excuse me, that was noted that we want to talk about here. So let me get to the birthdays. It's Lady Gaga Day. She is celebrating her birthday today. 39.
Oh.
Yep, 39 years old. Reba McEntire is 70 today.
Wow. Happy birthday.
Started, her first album was released in 1977. So she's been performing and making music for a long time, does her own TV show off and on, and now she's a judge on, is it The Voice?
Yes. Yeah. She was a judge. I don't know where they're at as far as current seasons and current judges. But yes, she has spent some time at least as a judge on The Voice. 70 today. And I know a lot of you are going, yeah, Reba McEntire. She performed at the Custer County Fair in the 1980s. And the story goes that there was a very smart group of people who hired Reba McEntire to come and perform. And she had really just started getting notice when they hired her, and she was very successful by the time she came to the Custer County Fair, or was really getting, a hot country star. And she wasn't one of those that would pull out on the show. Sometimes you'll hear about artists who
once they get big, they decide they don't want to play the little affairs anymore that they'd already said they would. And Reba didn't do that. She put on quite a show. They give her roses at the end, I remember.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So she is 70 today. Let's see who else here. I think that's about it. Yep, except locally here. And this birthday wish goes out to all the friends and family who are wishing Herman Safranik a happy birthday today. Herman is 99 years young today.
Ah, great.
And he lives at Brookstone View in Broken Bow. If you want to drop a card in the mail, it doesn't matter if it's late. Cards are always welcome. But happy birthday to Herman Safranik, 99 years young today. And again, he lives at Brookstone View here in Broken Bow. So those are our birthdays. I'm thinking you might have stayed up too late, and some other people probably did too, because it was basketball night last night. I think the ladies take the stage tonight in the college playoffs, whatever you call them nowadays. Semi-professional basketball league.
Yeah, it's kind of turning into that, isn't it? Yeah, they're getting paid now.
Yeah, but everybody's watching that. And then baseball started yesterday. There was something like 14 games or so that were played yesterday or last night. And so we're off. We're into spring, no doubt about it. Good to have you folks listening. Let's take a look and see what they're having for lunch at the schools today. Let me get this out here. At Gothenburg today, on this 28th day of the month, Twisted Dog grilled cheese sandwich, made fresh cheesy pizza, fresh-baked ham and cheese sub, the nacho snackable, and uncrustable cheese and cracker platter.
All right, Broken Bow Middle and High School today, baked fish and cheese sandwich, Pizza Hut pizza, fresh-baked zesty combo sub, and the grill station combo at Broken Bow today is a cheeseburger basket.
Cozad today, and here we go. They have a theme. Fish and chips with glazed carrots. The combo craving features the hot dog with seasoned fries. And they have peanut butter and jelly sandwich with glazed carrots. And the daily slice pizza bar with glazed carrots.
All right, Loop City today, fish sandwich or corn dog at Loop City.
At Ansley today, pizza.
Litchfield today, tuna noodle casserole on the lunch menu at Litchfield today.
And at Sargent, it's corn dog or plain dog, chips, baked beans, fruit cup, and milk.
Callaway today serving pizza at Callaway.
And Selma Myrna, twisted dog, cheese pizza, uncrustable cheese, and cracker platter.
Arnold today, mac and cheese and Crispitos on the menu at Arnold.
And at the Prairie Pioneer Center today, it's tomato bisque soup, roast beef sandwich, cottage cheese, and fruit. Call them at 872-6121. Let them know you're coming if you're bringing a guest. If you're not a regular, give them a call, and they'll have a plate ready for you. You can also call them to set up home delivery at 872-6121.
One more school lunch menu for you. Sandhills in Dunning serving pizza today at Sandhills.
Okay, let's play the game, ladies and gentlemen. Your chance to win a fabulous prize here on The Breakfast Show.
Yeah, a chance to win a free drink from the Secret Garden just outside Myrna, Nebraska. So here is your question for today. It's Women's History Month. So today's question goes like this. As a young girl, I dreamed of living among wild chimpanzees. And as an adult, I am considered to be the foremost expert in chimpanzees. My name is... Your choices are Diane Fossey, Bessie Coleman, Wilma Randolph, or Jane Goodall. As a young girl, she dreamed of living among wild chimps, and as an adult, was considered to be the foremost expert in chimpanzees. Who is this? Is it Diane Fossey, Bessie Coleman, Wilma Randolph, or Jane Goodall? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
It's Dave and Brent getting the action started on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
Hi, this is Andrew Mason. normally I would say with Pearson PT, but that's no longer the case. We are now Rise Rehab and Performance. As you may have heard, Aaron Nelson and myself took over the clinic at the beginning of the year, and now we are moving forward with a new name. Again, it's Rise Rehab and Performance. Same location, same number, same awesome staff, and the same great care you've come to expect from us. That's Rise Rehab and Performance. Come see us for all your physical therapy needs, 872-5800.
We have a caller on the line. I'm sorry I didn't catch your name. Who are we talking to?
Jamie.
Jamie, how are you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Well, not too darn bad. What are you up to today?
Oh, working.
Working. Do you have to work tomorrow?
No.
Okay. Fridays are fun then, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Here's Brent. Here's Brent with the question.
Okay, as a young girl, this person dreamed of living among wild chimpanzees, and as an adult was considered to be the foremost expert on chimps. Who is it? Is it Diane Fossey, Bessie Coleman, Wilma Randolph, or Jane Goodall?
Jane Goodall.
Yes, you got it. That's exactly who it was, and because you've answered correctly, we've got a certificate here that's going to get you a free drink at the Secret Garden. So come on out, see us when you can, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great Friday.
Have a good day.
You too. It is 7:42. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is a Friday, so let's tighten up.
Everything will be out of sight. Come on and tighten it up.
Archie Bell and the Drells, Tighten Up, happened to catch on public television here a while back when they're doing a fundraiser. They'll sometimes have the old rock shows and have the people who actually perform them on stage. And it's always good to hear the songs and see the artists, but it's a little depressing sometimes. Let me just put it this way. Archie Bell doesn't look like he did back in the 60s.
Yeah, it can happen.
Or the 70s. But the two ladies that are here look just the same as they did 30 years ago.
That's funny.
We have Amber Reinerson and Barb Hansen here from Nebraska State Bank. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Good to have you here. Brett, I'm just going to allow you to be joyous because you found another Cubs fan here this morning.
I did. Barb stayed up last night, too, and watched the game.
Yes, I did.
I was right there with you, Barb. I thought about going to bed, and then I'm like, oh, no, we got to watch the final out.
That's exactly the way we were. So
yeah, that's good.
The outcome was what we wanted.
It was.
Opening
yes.
day was a good day.
It was a good day.
And Amber and I are very, very close as well because we both went to bed at 9 o'clock.
That's right.
There you go.
We don't let that silly baseball game bother us, do we?
No, not at all.
I did watch a series that we're watching on Netflix, but the nice thing about that is if you get tired, you just stop it and then you can go to bed and catch up on it later, right?
Pause.
Yeah, pause. Time to go to bed. Well, it's great to have you guys in going into the spring and summer and everything, and I know you guys get kind of busy because you go to a lot of events and all of that, so that's not all that far away. We'll see you at parades and different things and some of the things you do for different communities, which you guys are kind of famous for at Nebraska State Bank. So thank you very much.
Yes.
So,
yeah, it's fun.
What did you want to talk about today?
Well, we've come in today to talk a little bit about financial literacy.
Okay.
April is Financial Literacy Awareness Month. So we at Nebraska State Bank pride ourselves in being involved in our local schools and communities to help provide some of that. So Barb and I both kind of have, well, not kind of, we do have different roles at the bank, but it all circles around to making people aware of their finances and understanding how it all works together.
Human nature, I think we sometimes avoid particular things that we're not comfortable with, and some of us, some folks out there are really comfortable with all their financials, and then the rest of us struggle a little bit. And it's great that you guys pay attention to that because it's so important, Barb.
Yes, and I'm in the lending side of things, and it's really important for people to be educated. A lot of times working with real estate loans or mortgage loans, you know, you can really tell the people that have gone out and done their research. And those people just are a step ahead. You know, they've prepared. And education is so important. And we, like Amber said, we pride ourselves in helping direct people down that road. Sometimes, you know, everybody has the dream of a home ownership. And we want that for our customers. We want that for our community. And sometimes you have to guide people and you have to help them just because they might get a no the first time. But let's pause and let's see what we can do to help you. And it all starts with those credit reports and those credit scores. And, you know, if I could stress anything, it would be to maintain a positive, good credit score through life. That follows you for life, and it's important to have a good credit score, not only at the bank, but in the insurance industry. A lot of employers will pull a credit report if you're applying for a job. So that credit score is so vitally important. And
what do you do if you get off track a little bit, Barb? I mean, we all at different stages in our life.
Absolutely.
Especially, I think, when you're first married and starting a family, the dollars just don't seem to stretch as far as you want, and sometimes you can get in a little bit of trouble with credit. Is there anything we can do if we get off track?
You know, it's just basically being patient and getting back on track.
Okay.
You know, I recommend that people not have past dues, not have collections, not have judgments out there when we do pull credit reports. It can happen. And, you know, the thing of it is you just have to pay attention to that. And if it happens, you correct it.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't mean that you're going down that bad road for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you can
know,
change
it
that.
It can change. It can get better. And it's just a matter of being patient.
Yeah, because some times are tougher than others.
Mm-hmm.
And then what about, I don't know if there's any of them left out there, but the guys and gals who say, I don't do anything but business, I still want to pay with cash, and I don't really want a credit trail and so forth. That's a great idea, but until you get ready to borrow some money, I suppose.
Yeah, we have seen this where maybe older people have paid everything off. They don't owe anybody a dime,
Mm-hmm.
and I have seen their credit score go back to zero. And it's just interesting,
Yeah.
you know, that can happen. You know, the best thing to do is to have a major credit report or credit card that you can use to purchase gas or a meal or something,
Mm-hmm.
and pay it off and do it again the next month, and just do that so it maintains a credit score out there for you.
Sure, because you can do that. You can do that same method with a credit card, is just make sure you pay it and not let it lapse over. First of all, they're going to really sock you for interest, and then secondly, it can get away from you. But if you pay it like you did all the rest of your bills through the period of time, it works. It works for that then. Okay, all right, good. Do you have any credit at all, Brent?
Boy, that's a loaded question, isn't it? Yes, yeah. I'm happy to say my credit score is usually pretty decent.
That's good.
So yeah,
That's good.
That is good.
I think my wife has wonderful credit. Mine's not so good, I don't think.
We can work on that.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
Well, that's an interesting part, Amber, is that in a lot of cases at home, like I may take care of everything here at the business, but I don't have my hands on anything at home. So if there's a credit rating at home, if we were going to want to buy a car or a house or something like that, probably would be Joan's credit, not mine. So,
yeah, it's always, important to start the conversation at home, and we encourage parents to start that with their children. I fortunately, when I grew up, I had parents that we talked about finances. I helped do the books at my dad's business.
Sure.
We had those sort of conversations. Now, my husband, not so much. That just wasn't a discussion that they had at their house. When Jason went to college, he didn't, have any credit history then. He didn't know anything really about it. I, on the other hand, because that conversation had started at home.
Right.
When I was in high school, I actually was on a loan for my first car, things like that. So I was building a credit that I knew nothing about, really, until I needed it when I got to college.
Okay.
And so that's something that we've really tried to implement at our house. I know, like our son Braylon that's in college, he's been on credit cards or loans with us, and he has a decent credit score now. He just moved in about 6 months ago with some buddies into a house. Great credit score, because they run that to move into an apartment. You go to get your first cell phone on your own.
Yeah.
They run your credit score. All of that happens right away.
That's so important.
Yep.
So one of the things that the bank does, which I think is fantastic, is the programs you have at school with the little ones. Get them started early, thinking about taking care of little financial beginning duties.
Yep.
That's really been wonderful, hasn't it?
Yes, we love going to the schools, and our in-school savings bank program continues to grow. We continue to get new depositors and stuff, and and it's fun being there in front of those kids, and I guess making them aware too that we're not scary people. They can come talk to us. So, we encourage them to bring their parents in and talk to us if they have questions about banking and things like that too. So
yeah, and you probably really enjoy it if families do come in and set up an account for their kids, not so much from the business side of it, but just the idea that they're going to learn the ropes by beginning an account of some sort.
Absolutely, yeah. They get those accounts set up, and then they do their little odd jobs, you know, and always love to bring in and see that balance, bring in their money and see that balance rise. And you know, we encourage that and always give them props for coming in, and just seeing the smiles on their faces is a lot of the fun.
A lot of the youngsters these days work. I don't know how they do it, because if they're active at school, they have to squeeze work in with sports and speech and all these extra activities that schools offer. But how important is it for a young woman or a young man to have at least a part-time job?
I think it's pretty important, you know, just as it's important to show on your credit report that you're committed to doing something and you're doing a good job.
Right.
A job is essentially the same thing. You're committing to doing the job, and you want to do that job to the best of your ability. So it all kind of starts a great cycle and commitment there.
Fits together.
Well, it provides that stability, you know, and you know, this is how we earn, you know, and make a living.
Yes.
And teaching them how to be responsible. And it is, you know, it's just part of life.
Yeah.
Most of us have to work, you know, and I think that if we train our children and our students that working, you know, and getting those good jobs provides a way for your family later on.
Yeah, sure does.
And if you learn how to work, you'll survive.
It's also a lesson in that. I was visiting with one of my relatives this week, a young man who lives in Omaha. He works at Hy-Vee as a checker. And I mentioned to him that's good, that he had a good job. And he says, yeah, it's a really great place to work, but I just don't get that many hours. It's a very popular store, and a lot of people like to work there, so it's a little different in different metro places. But he also mentioned that he didn't think he was going to be able to make enough money with the hours he was getting to even pay his car insurance. And that's also a lesson in life that, you know, when kids have to look at car insurance and those sorts of things and go, gosh, this is all going to take a lot of money, you know. So I'm going to have to do something, and then that credit comes with that when they work towards paying those things off with their parents' help, I'm sure. In many cases, if they have a car, it's going to be kind of expensive. But Amber, you know, automobiles are a toughie anymore.
Yep.
You can't put together an old jalopy and do that for a couple $100 anymore. You fill the tank, it's $60, right?
Yep.
So it takes a lot of money. So that's something that they need to realize as well. Because if you don't have to spend it, you never know, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And I just think we have to model responsibility. You know, kids are always watching.
They are.
And we have to model that good behavior. We have to model that we can afford the vehicles we buy, you know.
Right.
And so that they'll grow up knowing that whatever they purchase, they have to afford that. And at the end of the day, you have to make that payment. And you have to make that payment on time, and you know, so it's good to model that good behavior for, you know, whoever is watching us.
Well, I like what you said to start the conversation, is that if you get a no, if you want to borrow money and you get a no for whatever it's for, don't give up. Find out how you can qualify to borrow that money.
Absolutely, and you know, communication is so important. We want our customers to come in and talk to us. You know, there's times that it may take a couple of years of helping a customer achieve that dream of home ownership or getting a new vehicle or whatever their dream is, starting a business. Sometimes it just takes that patience and working alongside and building a relationship with your community bank.
Yeah.
And that's what we like to see, is that relationship built and have it continue on and on.
This has been a great conversation. I really enjoy this because it shows people out there that, goals can be reached even if they seem out of reach. And I would think if somebody out there is thinking that they'd like to have a home someday or a new car someday or start a business, that they come and talk to Nebraska State Bank now and start the process so that they don't get that disappointment when they walk in and they're all excited about starting a business or buying a car and then realize, I don't qualify. Come and talk to you folks early on, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Amber can attest to, the checking side of things and how to handle
right.
those
Yeah.
accounts.
When I first started at Nebraska State Bank, we ran credit scores to see if you could set up a checking account with us. That has since gone by the wayside. But it still is a responsibility that, we expect you to not have a continual negative balance and not be writing bad checks, things like that. Like the relationship with the bank, you start that with a checking or savings account. That overflows over into the loan potential and possibilities there because you're starting that relationship with a retail account, but again, showing that you're responsible with the funds you have.
Yeah, so important. And I've not been the same since, and every time we talk about checks, I always bring this up, but I've not been the same since they took away counter checks. Talk about an open season for trouble.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys. This has been great. Nebraska State Bank here in Broken Bow, 2 branches here in Broken Bow, Callaway and Myrna. And thanks for all the things you do with the kids and with the communities that you serve. We appreciate it very much. And I hope you have a great weekend.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
You too.
Go
right.
Cubs.
Yeah. Should we sing, Barb? Go Cubs, go.
Oh, we're out of
Go
time.
Cubs,
in fact,
go.
we're overtime now.
Hey, Chicago,
We're
what
gonna
do you
take a
say?
timeout.
Cubs are
The
gonna
Breakfast
win
Show.
today.
Don't know what I'd do without them. They're awesome.
On KCNI KBBN.
At Gothenburg Health, we understand that women's health is personal. That's why our clinic and specialty clinic offers comprehensive family practice, obstetric services, and an OBGYN specialist to support you in every stage of a woman's life. From routine exams and prenatal care to specialized treatments, our experienced providers and specialists are here to guide and care for you with the sensitivity you deserve. Schedule your appointment today and experience the difference. Gothenburg Health Clinic and Specialty Clinic, helping people live their best lives.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. CBS News has learned the Trump administration debated whether National Security Advisor Mike Waltz should step aside over the group chat that revealed sensitive information about an attack on Houthi rebels. CBS's Willie James Inman.
Waltz did not offer his resignation, and the president has not asked him to step down.
New order from the president on national museums. CBS's Jared Hill.
The president is directing a cultural overhaul at the Smithsonian, signing an executive order focused on eliminating, quote, divisive race-centered ideology from the museums, research centers, and the National Zoo.
At least 3 people are dead after 2 strong earthquakes hit Thailand and Myanmar, bringing down a high-rise under construction in Bangkok. CBS's Anna Corin.
In Bangkok, eyewitness reports of violent shaking lasting for up to a minute in a city that's home to 17 million people, many who live in high-rise buildings, and felt a 6.4 aftershock just minutes later.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. 783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. In a story released by NCN, the Alliance Police Department and the Box Butte County Sheriff's Office are asking for the public's help in locating a man who was mistakenly released from the Scottsbluff County Detention Center without posting bond. Harley Salloway, who appeared in the Box Butte County Court in January on multiple felony charges, was released in error and is now being sought by law enforcement. He is facing charges of first-degree sexual assault, use of a deadly weapon to commit a felony, and first-degree false imprisonment. The charges are stemmed from an alleged violent sexual assault reported in January of 2024. Authorities believe that Salloway may be in the Alliance or Scottsbluff areas. He is described as a white male with gray hair and hazel eyes, standing at 6 feet 1 inch tall and weighing approximately 165 pounds. Anyone who sees Salloway or knows of his whereabouts is encouraged to contact the Alliance Police Department, the Box Butte County Sheriff's Office, or the Nebraska State Patrol. Officials have not released details on how the release occurred, but confirmed efforts are underway to locate and return Salloway to custody. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's news source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monsi Bolaños.
In the NBA, Josh Giddey called game against the Lakers.
3.3 left. 117, 116 Lakers. Williams to Giddey over the midcourt line. There he goes. Midcourt. Oh! It's good! It's good! It's good! Bulls win! Bulls win! Bulls win!
You just heard on the Bulls radio network, they edged the Lakers 119-117. Giddey ended with a triple-double in the win. In men's college hoops, Sweet 16 round out of the West region, 3-seed Texas Tech came back from a 16-point deficit to edge 10-seed Arkansas 85-83. The Red Raiders will face the 1-seed Florida Gators in the next round. Out of the East region, 1-seed Duke held on 100-93 against 4-seed Arizona. Cooper flagged 30 points. The Blue Devils will be facing the 2-seed Alabama Crimson Tide in the next round.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. A red flag warning begins at noon today and continues until 7 p.m. tonight. Daytime high is approaching 87. Today, under mainly sunny skies, winds out of the southwest 10 to 15 miles per hour. Overcast skies. Tonight, chance of rain showers. Lows dip down to about 38. A dusting of snow Sunday. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
It's true, many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than preparing for retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, I agree, and I'd like to help. I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor Tim McCaslin.
And I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor Janet Lawhorn.
Together, we can give your long-term retirement strategy the attention it deserves. Stop by our office on the north side of the square in Broken Bow or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
It is 8:08, and Jack Simpson is outside. I can see his silhouette through the window. And he's got a antenna flopping around there. He's getting ready to tell us what it really feels like outside. Jack?
Well, good morning. It feels absolutely beautiful today. 53 degrees outside, not a cloud in the sky. There is quite a bit of traffic going by for a Friday. Winds out of the south anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. The barometric pressure at 29.66, humidity at 65%. Not a trace of rain or snow in the last 24 hours. The precipitation for this month, 47. High yesterday of 79. Overnight low was 52. Sunrise today was at 7:27. Sunset today, 7:59. And I know we will be in a red flag warning at noon today.
Wow, that's a good report, Jack.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Hey, Jack, at this time of the year, I want you to be really careful when you go outside. The sun is, coming up,
Yep.
and it's very easy to look into the sun. Please
Which
do
is
not.
why I
Please
brought
don't
my-
do that.
I brought my sunglasses today. I remembered that.
All right.
So
Okay. Well, be very careful.
Okay.
You got your shades?
I do. They're on right now.
All right. And then be sure and watch out for box elder bugs, too.
Yeah.
They're very dangerous.
Okay.
Thanks, Jack.
You're welcome.
I got a song or two later on in the show from Tab Benoit, but we're going to celebrate oldies a bit this morning as well. So we're going to mix it up. And if you folks out there do you remember the first GTO? I know when we think GTO, we think like really smooth-looking hot rod type muscle car and, like the Judge and that sort of thing. They weren't as sporty looking when they first come out. You'd almost mistake a GTO, the very first ones, for a two-door family car. But they had the motor under the hood. And then, of course, as they developed muscle cars and GTO evolved, it was one that everybody wanted to have. If they could have a GTO, they'd have it going on. And a lot of girls, too. You got a lot of girls with GTO. No doubt about it.
Little GTO, you really looking fine. 3 deuces and a 4-speed.
Let's say, Lord knows what it is. Maybe I think. Wait. I think she's getting ready to get into a donkey outfit.
What? What is going on?
I think she's going to get into a donkey outfit rather than a chicken.
This is horrible. This is what I hate about not being able to see out of the studio. What is going on?
Did you see Christy on the front page of our local newspaper, the Custer County Chief, in her chicken outfit?
No, really, she made the paper?
She made front page.
I got to get a copy of this.
Yeah. Jeremy's going to bring it in so you can see it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hey, I love it. Oh, that's a great picture. Yes.
Yeah. I've heard rumors that she's going to wear a donkey one.
Okay.
Next year, next race, she's going to be a donkey.
Well, if they do it again, she'll have to enter as the defending champion.
I bet she doesn't wear a dress to the next one. I think it had to have been a little difficult getting in and out of a chicken with a dress on.
Yeah, probably. Oh, yeah, that's a nice picture on the paper. Christy there with her first place award.
Yep. It was worth it.
Yeah.
She got a big prize for that.
She did, yeah.
I noticed it hasn't been dispersed here at the radio station.
I don't think she's going to share it with any of us. She should share a little bit with Jeremy, though. He was the one, I think, that nominated her and put her name into the hat to get drawn. So I would think she would owe him a little something.
Whew, man. Anyway, that was Ronnie and the Daytonas with GTO. I want to talk a little bit about Sun Valley Landscaping in Ansley. They're planning their annual succulent workshops Sunday, March 30th at 2 p.m. and Monday, March 31st at 7 p.m. So take your pick or go to both. And on Thursday, April 3rd at 7 p.m. is her last workshop that they are offering. Each workshop is $45, and you can call or text Chaz to get your name on the list at 308-325-7070. Information about this can be found on their Facebook page as well. Sun Valley Landscaping in Ansley excited to be opening their greenhouse for the season coming up on April 14th. So let me give you those dates again. The succulent workshops are Sunday, March 30th at 2 p.m. or Monday, March 31st at 7 p.m. On Thursday, April 3rd, that is the last workshop, and that is at 7 p.m. Go to the Facebook page to find out more information. The number there is 308-325-7070 if you want to get into that last workshop.
All right, I want to remind you of this information note from the City of Broken Bow, and we want to stress that. So if you get a utility bill through Broken Bow Municipal Utilities, this would involve you. All right, but this is just for the City of Broken Bow. There is a postal error with the utility bills through Broken Bow Municipal Utilities that were due on March 10th. They have been found, though. They're being distributed, which are the bills you're receiving currently. The utility bills that will be due on April 10th, those got mailed out a couple of days ago. So if you have paid your bill that was due on March 10th, disregard the mailings you're receiving currently for that month. If you have not paid your March 10th bill, please do so by March 30th to avoid having services disconnected. Bills can still be paid online, put in the drop box, or at the utility office, and they appreciate your help and support in that situation.
Thank you very, very much, Brent Apperson. Fence was founded by the Moline family in 2014 southwest of Callaway with a simple concept to serve farmers and ranchers by providing quality fencing and livestock supplies. They continue to meet the demands of all livestock producers, providing watering and fencing products of all kinds, from barbed wire to hedge posts, creosote post pipes and panels. Give Moline Seed and Fence a call and have their team help you lay out your next project. Call 308-529-0781 or visit them on their web at molineseedandfence.com.
Think spring thoughts and shop at the Secret Garden this month. All March long, when you find an item with green in their store, you'll know that it's 15% off. That includes your pre-orders of spring plants and any decor throughout the store. Swing over to thesecretgardenonline.com and shop there as well. And don't forget to browse the sympathy section while you're in. Think spring and green at the Secret Garden, just west of Myrna on Highway 92. Watch for the sign to turn north.
Love is in the air, but so are romance scams, where scammers online pretend to be your perfect match. Then they gain your trust and ask for money. They might claim to need help with an emergency, travel costs, or even investments. But the truth is, they are after your wallet, not your heart. Never send money or financial details to someone you haven't met in person. If in doubt, talk to your bank. Don't let a scam break your heart and your bank account. Stay smart, stay safe. This message brought to you by Nebraska State Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC.
821, the Tumbleweed Cafe, East Highway 2, Broken Bow, Nebraska, serving daily specials Monday through Friday for lunch, and the Sunday buffet is a feature that everybody loves. And they've added the Wake and Bake that is open every Monday through Friday until 6 p.m. Each Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. until 11 a.m., you'll find delicious breakfast items, including burritos, sandwiches, cinnamon rolls, biscuits and gravy, and more. Just stop into the Wake and Bake Nook for a nice selection of casseroles to take home and pop in the oven, a great solution for those busy nights or you just don't feel like cooking. They have those ready for you. And then if you want to just kind of relax a little bit, stop by Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill on the west end of the Tumbleweed. It's open 7 days a week from 5 until 7 p.m. And sometimes later on Broken Bow sports nights, Carmen says the grill is on until she walks out the door. Nightly food specials, delicious sports bar food, all sorts of options there, and drinks. The Tumbleweed's Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill for you 7 days a week as well. And, of course, Axe Kickers is there for throwing those axes and saw blades and stars and cards, and pool table there, and all the nice things that Carmen has put in memory of Broken Bow sports, especially on the baseball side of things. So, stop in. A lot of people just love to go in the evenings. They don't have to cook. They have themselves a Cracker Jack basket and enjoy yourselves.
They are hiring at the Broken Bow Golf Course and Golf Club. They are accepting applications now for a clubhouse manager. Your responsibilities for the job would include managing summer employees, handling social media and advertising, balancing the drawer, event planning, inventory, and service of both food and bar. It is a full-time position, seasonal hours, competitive pay. So if you're interested in the position, here's a couple of contacts for you. You can contact Scott at 870-6081 or contact Mo at 870-1406 if interested in applying. Again, Broken Bow Golf Course and Golf Club looking for a clubhouse manager.
All right, very good. Okay, we're going to continue our oldies but goodies here on The Breakfast Show on this Friday. So get ready for a little Everly Brothers.
Never felt like this until I kissed you.
Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30. Open Saturday, 8 until noon.
Do you have a laundry list of projects to do around your home? Refresh your space by completing the list of home improvement projects with the help of a HELOC from Burning Bank. If an updated look is not enough and you're ready to buy a new home, we can help with that too. Navigating a home purchase can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let our friendly, experienced staff guide you to owning the home of your dreams. You can apply in person, online at burningbank.com, or give us a call at 308-872-2757 to get you started. Burning Bank, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 473773, member FDIC.
With the end of winter comes the start of spring. And with the start of spring comes the always dreaded allergy season. Varney Pharmacy in Broken Bow is here to help. They've stocked up on a variety of allergy medicines to keep your eyes clear, your nose from running, and to help you save a lot of money on Kleenex too. Leader brand allergy medicines are available in liquids or tablets, from regular relief to 24-hour, plus nasal strips and spray, and eye allergy itch relief. Kick those allergy symptoms to the curb. Visit Varney Pharmacy in downtown Broken Bow.
It is Ag Month, and we'd like to thank all of our sponsors who have helped us salute agriculture this month, and they include Custer Public Power District, Mount Custer Truck Sales, AgriBest Feeds, Mead Lumber, 450 Ag, V-Bar Trailer Sales and Service, State Farm Insurance, Nebraska State Bank, Downey Drilling, Custer Federal State Bank, Bailey Crop, Agrit Technologies, A1 Auto Repair, Mills Hardware, Brad White Equipment, Power Solutions, Trotter Fertilizer, and Trotter Service for helping us salute agriculture on KCNI, KBBN during this National Ag Month. Thank you very much.
I'm a little bit concerned about Mom. Of course, my folks live in Arkansas.
Yes.
And my mom loves cheering for the Razorbacks. Arkansas got beat last night in overtime in the NCAA men's basketball tournament.
Ouch.
Oh, boy. So, Mom, I hope you're doing okay.
Oh, Mom.
I think she is. She always has a positive outlook on life.
I would expect that from Mom down in Arkansas.
But maybe you're not a basketball fan, but here is a bracket challenge that I think everybody can get involved in, and that is the Summer Blizzard Challenge, which is happening at Dairy Queen in Broken Bow. That's right, you get to choose which Blizzard flavor moves out in the bracket. And today the matchup is going to be dipped strawberry cheesecake. I've never tried this. That sounds delicious. They're going up against Berry Cherry Chip. So if you go buy a Blizzard of that flavor today, you will give it 2 points in the bracket challenge as you try to move it through the bracket. You can also vote for your favorite by going to the Facebook page, Dairy Queen Broken Bow, and they'll continue to do this on into the early part of April as we try to find the ultimate Blizzard champion. That is happening right now at Dairy Queen in Broken Bow.
Mom, just take it with stride. You're in Arkansas. There's other things, you can follow besides the Razorbacks.
What really hurts is they led through pretty much the whole game.
Ouch.
Led by, I think, as many as 16. I better stop. I'm just rubbing it in now to Mom. I'm sorry. But, Mom, at least your team was playing in the NCAA tournament.
Yes, that is very true. Well, my mom and my dad used to go down. They took a few trips, at least one or two, down to Arkansas back in the 50s to bring back Razorbacks.
Oh, really?
They would haul hogs from farms down in Arkansas up here. At least once or twice. Mom tells me a story about where they found that out in the sticks, out in the trees where the Razorbacks were raised, there really wasn't any bathrooms.
Yes.
or even outhouses.
Yeah.
They just, I won't go into too much detail.
Okay, thanks.
The hillbilly thing.
Yes.
All right, let's just then switch over to Jimmy Gilmer here for a moment. Looks like we have guests in the studio. We'll get them in here right after this song called Sugar Shack.
At Pharmacy Chemical, we focus on one thing, crop protection, helping you find cost-effective solutions custom tailored to your operation. By prioritizing active ingredients, we work to provide options that fit your needs and budget. As an independent company, we source products and adjust programs based on what works best for your farm and spray program, because we know each one of you is unique. Pharmacy Chemical, precision crop protection, focusing on helping people. For all things crop protection, including excellent financing options, give us a call, 308-537-4412.
Explore a career in broadcasting. Jobs in advertising, sales, news, sports, digital content, and more are available at the Nebraska Broadcasters Association Virtual Job Fair next week at broadcastersvirtualjobfair.com. See the kinds of jobs available, as well as specific positions here at KCNI KBBN. You can apply for jobs online. It starts Monday. Brought to you by KCNI KBBN at broadcastersvirtualjobfair.com. KCNI KBBN Radio is an equal opportunity employer.
Are you suffering from back pain? Team Physical Therapy can help by addressing the root cause of your pain. 872-5111. Team Physical Therapy focuses on manual therapy, exercise, stretching, and personalized plan for you. Call 872-5111. Physical therapy can reduce inflammation, improve flexibility, and increase strength. Don't let that low back pain slow you down. Call Team Physical Therapy at 872-5111 or check out any of our locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, Gothenburg, or Kearney.
It's 8:36, and our guests are in the studio from Quality Senior Villages. Brent, I'll turn it over to you for a moment.
Okay. Jeanette Denson is back with us. Hi
yes,
there.
Hi. I took over the administration of Quality Senior Villages, and with the help of Shelley Santos and Aubrey Clay. Aubrey.
Ashley.
Sorry, Ashley Clay.
Well, we understand you got a few things going on here.
Yes. I am sorry. Ashley has been there for 10 years.
Wow.
And so Shelley and I just decided we'd help with the administration of it. So we're glad to be there. I was there 10 years ago.
Yeah.
We're back again.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think you were a major part of getting Quality Senior Villages started, were you not?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So Barb and I started that. Yeah.
Okay. Now, this young lady next to you that you introduced, I thought you retired. What's going on here?
I did retire, but I'm not quite old enough yet, I guess.
Okay. Well, I think, Brent, that the community benefits because of this non-retirement, because of the skills that Kelly brings to us. You worked at the Jenny Melham Hospital for how many years?
44.
44 years.
About 44.
Yeah.
I actually was the DON at Sandhills when the memory unit started.
Okay.
So I did like a month training in Minnesota with Alzheimer's.
So this is something that you're accustomed to. You, as best we can understand it, know how to care for people who are suffering from dementia, Alzheimer's. And so we have Quality Senior Villages, which you remain a part of. Jeanette, that's great.
Yeah. And, I think we have a great team. And that's what it'll be, is it going to be a team effort for all of us. And I think the clients are so well taken care of. And that comes from a good team of people doing that. So, yeah.
And this is a 24-hour responsibility with the folks that you take care of. And I suppose, Kelly, in a hospital it was too when somebody was in a hospital bed, or this is a little different because it takes a kind of a special care for this, doesn't it?
Right, yes.
So
it's difficult in the hospital, taking care of these people, because just moving them out of their own environment is terrible.
Yeah.
And then they're sick, and they have people that, don't really understand dementia, and, we're not, a hospital isn't totally locked down. You can get out, so
yeah,
there's a safety issue too.
certainly, because Quality Senior Villages is a lockdown facility.
Yes. Right.
And it was designed, as I remember, Jeanette, for people who are suffering with this so the flow is kind of set up for where they walk and different things, because they tend to like to walk a little bit if they can, right?
Yeah, and that's the great thing about Quality Senior Villages. The way it's designed, they can walk around in a circle and continue to walk, and so they enjoy that.
Yeah.
So
we want them to be able to walk. I mean, that's our goal.
Yeah, and if I understand it correctly, those folks tend to like to walk at night.
Yeah.
They kind of rev up in the night hours.
Yep.
So again, it takes special people to take care of this unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a needed thing in the community.
Yeah.
And so it will remain being a really needed thing in the community. So
yeah. Unfortunately, we're going to need it for a long, long time.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. Now, you also added an outdoor area where the folks can go out and enjoy the summer sun when it's shining, right?
Yeah, and it's a beautiful area out out there where they can walk out there, and the staff goes with them, so we don't have to worry about whether they're safe out there, but they can go outside. And then we have a patio area on the south that they have some garden or raised gardens out there, and so Ashley said they're getting ready to start planting, for their garden out on the patio.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
So do you have to have a nurse there all the time? How does that work? Like an RN or?
Shelley's the RN.
Shelley's the RN.
And so she is on call, if we call it that. Yeah. So, no, we don't have to have somebody there 24 hours.
That's not
a
required.
day. No.
But
we
you
have
are an RN.
medication aids.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's great that Shelley can
Yeah.
provide that aspect of it too.
Yeah.
You're not going to retire for 20 more years.
I just want my staff to know, that I will come in and help them at night and stuff. If somebody gets unruly, because they have to be responsible for the others too. So.
Right. Yeah, that's
try to
right.
prevent falls and accidents. So.
Yeah, it's a special skill, you guys. I don't know how you do it, but thank you.
They're really a lot of fun. I mean, they're.
That's why we do
they're
it.
unique
We
individuals.
enjoy it.
Well, I imagine there are some funny moments.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think for the families, gosh, that's probably as big a part of it as anything, is that they know they're being taken care of. They know that you're on point all the time, and they can feel that they can be at home, come visit, and know that things are being taken care of. And it is a huge job for somebody taking care of a loved one with dementia at home. And you can only probably do it about so long, I'm guessing. Yeah.
We always tell the staff, or I do, that we're taking care of them for 8 hours a day, each person, where when they were at home, this family was taking care of them for 24 hours.
Oh, yes.
So, it should be we can do it for 8 hours. That's not a problem.
Okay. Now, do you, right now, do you have, if somebody's out there listening in that situation but not quite ready yet to make that move? Because it's a tough one, as you mentioned, Shelley. Do you have space right now?
We only have one semi-private room right now, so the rest is filled.
All right.
So, but we're starting a new waiting list. So, if you're thinking you might want it in the future, come and let us know.
Okay.
So we can hold rooms for you, so we can call when there's something available.
Okay. They just call and ask for Shelley or you? Or
Yes, or Ashley.
Or Ashley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but they can call 872-6387.
6387.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, do we cover everything you guys wanted to talk about?
I think so, pretty much. They're getting, Ashley said they're looking for some volunteers for music. If there's anybody out there for music, Alzheimer's people love music. And if there's somebody that can come and play a piano or bring their guitar or whatever.
Okay. Just provide a little something different.
Yeah. And then we are looking for some more evening and night help.
Okay.
So
all right.
if anybody in the evening, an evening cook would be great, or,
Do you have volunteers that come in from different organizations, or is it just all
There
staff?
are some volunteers who come in. Ashley said she has 6 or 8 ladies who come in and volunteer once in a while to
That's great. So
play bingo or do something,
Yeah.
An activity, or
okay.
just read to them. They like,
So not to come in and do any care, but just to come in and spend some time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spending time
Okay.
with people, just talking to them. They love having people come in, and they love little kids.
Mm-hmm.
All
and,
right.
yeah.
So, if you don't know what to do with your kids one day, well, come visit, because they love it.
Just bring well-behaved kids.
Yes.
Well, that's great, guys.
So.
It's important that you're doing this. You know that.
Well, the people are why we're doing it.
Yeah.
We want to take care of those people. So.
Well, I think you guys are great examples for our community, except in the area of retirement.
Yeah. Well, we can show them how fun it is to retire. Yes. Do a new project.
Yeah, there you go. And do it in steps.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Quality Senior Village is our guest this morning on the Get Up and Go breakfast show. Here's Jan and Dean. Another oldie from Jan and Dean, Dead Man's Curve on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Well, we've had a great time this morning with a lot of great guests, and we have two more in the studio right now. Brent, tell us who we have. Tell our audience out there who we're going to be speaking with.
They look familiar. Riley Daffer, good to see you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. And who'd you bring with you over here?
I brought longtime board member Chris Smith.
Hi, Chris.
The
Good to see you.
Hey, Chris.
How you doing? Long time no see.
Yeah. Custer County Foundation, you guys just came off your big scholarship day, and I know that's a big day for the foundation, but a big day for those who participate, whether it be as a donor of a scholarship or those who receive them. Tell us a little bit about the day. I'm sure it was special again.
Yes, it was fantastic. We were able to award 97 scholarships in the amount of $165,400.
Wow.
So definitely put a dent in some students' tuition. So we received over 1,200 applications that our fantastic scholarship committee had to wade through. So I appreciate their time and dedication that they took to do that. So it was a big undertaking, but I mean, we're reaping the rewards every day, so it's fantastic.
I was going to say it's a very rewarding thing, though, isn't
it?
Yeah. So where are we at now for the foundation? What are we concentrating on?
Right now, we are having our sign up for Give for Custer County. Applications are due at the end of this month, so Monday. We currently have 30 different nonprofits and projects signed up. So I think last time we did it, which was 2 years ago, there was about 23. So we have gone past that. So that's exciting. That will run from June 16th through the 30th is that match program. So that's exciting.
Yeah, so those that aren't familiar with the Give for Custer County, so a few years ago, we might have remembered down on the square, it was COVID time, so we had the Yanagita Match Challenge that was going on, and Roy had donated several $100,000 to the organization, and we were trying to match those dollars, and we were able to do that in relatively short order, which was amazing, seeing that we were in the pandemic and a lot of uncertainty, but we've taken these funds now, and we basically are going back to the community with them and all the nonprofits. It's really, really hard to find things that you can basically have unrestricted funds when it comes to a nonprofit. Mm-hmm. You know, you think of like the Library Foundation had some stuff they wanted to do for the story walk. You know, well, if you have specific things, that's great. But a lot of times as a nonprofit, you just need money to like run your business office or operations or just, you know, tie it to advertising or just any number of things that you're doing. And grants for that type of stuff doesn't exist. So we decided this was a good challenge. We kind of built off some of the larger ones that maybe like the Kearney Area Community Foundation. They have like a day of giving and they do that. And so we decided we'd do our own version, albeit a little bit smaller here in Custer County. So we have a pool of money then that is out there, and organizations can try to go out there and go to their donors, you know, a business or things like that. But for the most part, they're privately, you know, an individual out there writing the check for something that they believe in and do that. And then from the total monies raised, then we give a percentage back. So if, say, $100,000 is collectively raised among the 30 and one organization raised $50,000, well, then out of this grant, they would get, you know, half the money that was there and then percentage on down. So it's a nice way. You're getting money for your organization and being able to talk to your donors that would already give to you and say, here, give for this specific time period and for a reason that we can really do more with the money. And then the foundation itself then says, hey, here's the bonus on top of it. So it's really kind of a neat thing. And it's exciting to see these organizations when they do it and they're raising money, and a lot of them have little contests and things like that, and they're bringing in their money and doing it, and they're getting all excited. And then, of course, the presentation when we give out the money there is always amazing, too, to see the big smiles from the organizations.
One of the things that strikes me is that you just gave the number of the organizations already. I don't think we necessarily understand how many different nonprofit organizations and entities there are across Custer County.
Agreed. There's a whole slew of them. You know, you have every fire department and ambulance service, and you know, multiply that by the 8 different communities that we have or that have them, and I just think I think this is a great opportunity for them to A, network, and B, get that publicity that they may need to get those donors that they don't necessarily reach until you're like, oh my gosh, like we needed an ambulance and they were there for us. But I think it's just a great way to get your name out there, and then it ties back to the Custer County Foundation, and we love that. So
yeah. Well, I think it says a lot too about the Custer County Foundation and the way your group has continued to grow over the years, because we keep hearing about the amount of funds that you give out. It's more and more each and every year, and that's because the foundation continues to be more well known and people understand the mission of it.
Right. Yeah. And I think a testament to that, you go back and look at our gala in December, and last year we hit a record, over $200,000 in one night. And so that's what allows us to give back in these grants and things like that, and some non-traditional scholarships that go that way. Of course, it's been fun myself, being on it for a long time and then stepping away for a year and getting to come back for a few years here to see the number of scholarships that are given out. It seems like that first year I was on the board, we were like at 65,000 in scholarships, which I felt pretty good about, because I remember hearing Kearney talk about their scholarships that they gave out right afterwards, and it was like 25,000. I was like, wow, look how good we are. And and now we have that number 165,000, so that's grown. The gala, we raised about 70,000 that year, and now you're at 200,000. So you're right, it has really grown, and the people in the community are excited about it. And even other foundations kind of have started, and then they fall underneath our bridge, so we can help them raise their funds, so they don't have to have their own 501c3, which isn't necessarily hard to establish that, but it's staying compliant after the fact that gets scary with the IRS. And did you take the donations right? Did you send out the donor recognition letters? Did you report it correctly? That you could really jeopardize that 501c3 status, and that's where the Custer County Foundation comes in for some of these other ones. And in our Give for Custer County, a lot of these smaller nonprofits don't necessarily have that, and it would be cost inducive to do that. I think of in the past, the Comstock Community Garden over there has been a part of this and other grant cycles, and it wouldn't make sense for them to have the expense and to have to do the filing and stuff, but they can set up an account with us, a pass through, and they can collect money, and they can do that, and they can receive grants. And so that's what makes the foundation amazing, and that's why we continue to grow.
Absolutely. Yep.
Jump in. I think this is an obvious analysis, but all the things you just said are true. But I think one of the biggest things that has happened is people trust the foundation. When they bring the money in, they know it's going to be handled correctly. It's going to go to the places that need it. I think the trust factor is part of that growth.
Right.
Absolutely.
And we keep ourselves trustworthy because we also audit ourselves.
Yes.
And so, that's a question that doesn't always come to somebody's forefront, but that is to get good to know and for us to promote as an organization. So we are required to have regular audits. So somebody comes in and looks at our books and makes sure that money went to the right account, or it went out to the right people, or that we filed things. And, sometimes you don't dot an I just right, and they come back and say, well, you needed to sign here on this line instead of this line, and they get really down into it.
You used a pink pen one day. Sorry,
yeah,
guys.
so, it's funny, and it's stressful for the gals in the office there, but they do an amazing job, and it's good for us, too, because then we learn and learn different things, because, like, even as a board member, I didn't know we give away the side-by-side, and I was like, man, these tickets really go fast. Why don't we just sell 500 tickets? And Riley's like, nope, you can only sell 350. And I'm like, oh,
really?
Okay.
And it's my name on the raffle.
Right.
So it's not.
But all that stuff comes up, and, if you weren't playing by the rules, then you can really get yourself in trouble. So we work hard to make sure that we're on the up and up and by and by, so people can trust us. So. And
we do strive to stay up to date with everything. I know right now there is, oh my goodness, the sick leave that is trying to be passed in Nebraska. And so, just staying up to date on things like that. When we potentially had the shutdown of, I was keeping you guys up to date. What is it? The shutdown.
Yeah, they were just some of the grant monies and things like that when Doge went in and was slashing some things. That trickles back to us. So, you have organizations like Healing Hearts and Families that might be touched by that, if they get some national grants, or the Library Foundation, they get some national grants, and then all of a sudden, that funding is not going to be there, and so they're trying to figure out where that funding is, and so and what can be done to maybe replace some, or how can we do that. And Riley's stayed up to date on a lot of that political climate that you wouldn't necessarily think about it, just so we're aware as an organization how that may impact us as well. And is there going to be a greater need? Do we need to fundraise for this, or do we need to dig into the Yanagita funds a little bit more? And
do we need to reach out to our donors that have the donor advised funds and say, hey, that like our partners are having big troubles and this is why, and how can we help those? We want everyone to be successful. It's not just us. We genuinely care for the people that house their funds with us, and we want everyone to be successful.
Gosh, Riley, I'm afraid that you're going to be busy keeping up.
Yes.
for some time, because there's so much unknown out there, which is changing so rapidly, and then may not change in the end because it might go to court. You're going to be very busy following that.
Yes.
So thank you.
Lots of webinars. So
in advance, thank you.
Yes.
I think you're just getting started, but you're right. That's so important to know what's going on politically. How's that going to affect the money flow from different areas of government? I mean, it's obvious.
And Riley does a great job. Like I said, she does webinars. We also belong to area community foundation organization, and so she belongs to that. So she's talking to other foundations and has some trainings and things that she'll go off to throughout the time of year and make those connections and get ideas for different ways that we can help our donors and do that. You just talked about donor advised funds, that were there. Where people can kind of direct their money a little bit, or mandatory retirement distributions that folks getting close to Dave's age have to take. The government says you can't leave your money in your retirement fund; you have to take it out. And maybe somebody doesn't necessarily have an immediate need for that or use, but they want to donate and give to a good cause, and they find out that they can take that money, put it into something at the foundation, and then they get that as a tax write-off, and it comes off their income and reduces what they owe to the government. And so it's a win-win because they're not paying income taxes on it, but yet their favorite organization, benefits, Little Feet Big Dreams or something like that, or backpack programs, A&M Foundation, places that it could go to that they can bolster their operations a little bit too.
I think the inclusive playground is going to ramp up.
Huge.
They're really working hard to achieve a lofty goal there.
Yes,
so
they are.
So that's on the playlist as well.
Yeah,
you got a lot of things going on, and again, we appreciate it, guys, to have a foundation that functions so fairly and operates the proper way, and helps other communities have their own. Because I'm pretty amazed at some of these activities that the other communities are having for their fundraisers are like breaking records too.
Yes.
Right.
And it's just amazing that breaking records with the county foundation and the communities are breaking their own records. So
yes, agreed.
it's fantastic. It's great.
And then the last thing I wanted to kind of plug, April is our spring grants. So the money that we raise from the gala, we pour back into our grants program. So that will be closing at the end of April. So if we have any projects or nonprofits that want to apply, so we're kind of have some double dipping going on right now, which is fantastic for everyone involved. But we do have our 2 grant cycles a year. We have April and October, so we will be closing that at the end of April. So if you have a project that you want, to be partially funded or something like that, we are taking applications for that.
Okay.
And all of that information is available on our website. So. Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
And I encourage people, and I'm just sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you, but on that grant that's coming in there, we do encourage people to fill it out early and not last minute, because there is a set of things you have to fill out. And we've gotten because we get so many requests now. 10 years ago, we'd get like 6, and you were sitting there like, let's fund them all, and do that. And, and like last cycle, we might have had like 40, and they're asking for big amounts. Yes. And so we really have to have something to basically have a cutoff, or say, oh, this person's not going to make it, or that, so we can discriminate a little bit. And one of the things is the application. So if people aren't turning in like their financial bank account with it, or they don't have their board of directors, or maybe there isn't a board of directors but their leads sign off on it, they're not following all the critical steps, we have to say, please reapply again. So if you really do have, because there's a ton of needs out there, something important, please get that in early, or take a look at that application now, so you can get all of those things and get them all signed off and get the proper documentation in.
Absolutely.
Right. Riley Daffer, thank you so much.
Yes,
Chris
thank you so
Smith,
much.
thank you. We could just break for news.
Okay.
And as long as Chris is here, let's do a free show after the news for his business.
For Palmer Monument.
Yeah,
That'd be Christy will
some
love
things
that.
you'd like to share?
Yeah.
Just kind of a bonus for you.
A bonus show. Yeah, we can do that. So
Maybe
hang around for a couple hours, maybe.
Oh yeah, we just donate that time to you.
Okay. I appreciate that, guys.
You bet.
Careful, someone's going to come out in their chicken costume.
Yeah. Yes. The chicken will come to roost, will it not?
A little bit.
We'll take a time out for the news.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Vice President Vance and the Second Lady are due to land in Greenland in about 2 hours on a scaled-back trip that'll take them to a remote military base. CBS's Holly Williams spoke to local Jorgen Boasen, who thinks President Trump is trying to send a message to rivals.
I think it's a statement to China and Russia and say, stay away.
Well, it was a political statement.
I think so.
Major earthquakes have rocked Thailand and Myanmar, killing at least 3 people. This man's in Bangkok, where a high-rise under construction crashed to the ground.
Immediately there was screaming, there was a lot of panic. I just started walking calmly at first, but then the building started really moving.
Hundreds forced from their homes in the southeast, where wildfires are still raging. CBS's Dave Malkoff.
Firefighters are racing to contain fires that covered nearly 20,000 acres in North and South Carolina. Millions of trees pushed down by Helene have dried out and become fuel for this fire.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires purchase of single line gold unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
O'Reilly. Need a little help? O'Reilly Auto Parts can help. Need advice? We've got advice. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Exceptional customer service. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monsi Bolaños.
In the NBA, Josh Giddey called game against the Lakers.
3.3 left. 117, 116 Lakers. Williams to Giddey over the midcourt line. It goes. Midcourt. Oh! It's good! It's good! It's good! Bulls win! Bulls win! Bulls win!
You just heard on the Bulls radio network. They edged the Lakers 119-117. Giddey ended with a triple-double in the win. In men's college hoops, Sweet 16 round out of the West region, 3rd seed Texas Tech came back from a 16-point deficit to edge 10th seed Arkansas 85-83. The Red Raiders will face the 1 seed Florida Gators in the next round. Out of the East region, 1 seed Duke held on 100-93 against 4 seed Arizona. Cooper flagged 30 points. The Blue Devils will be facing the 2 seed Alabama Crimson Tide in the next round.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. A red flag warning begins at noon today and continues until 7 p.m. tonight. Daytime high is approaching 87. Today, under mainly sunny skies, winds out of the southwest 10 to 15 miles per hour. Overcast skies. Tonight, chance of rain showers. Lows dip down to about 38. A dusting of snow Sunday. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Bow Family Furniture and Flooring, serving central Nebraska and beyond with 2 locations. Visit South 9th Avenue for flooring and budget furniture, or East Highway 2 for a huge selection of furniture options. For small-town friendly first-name basis service, Bow Family Furniture and Flooring.
57 degrees under a sunny sky. Winds are beginning to pick up a little bit now out of the south at 5 to 15, and that is not good because we are dry. Very, very dry, as you know. Red flag goes up at noon today and stays up until 7 o'clock tonight for any burning, and we'll want to be careful with any chance of sparks and whatever we can do to limit the chances of fire today. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get some of that moisture that has been predicted. And we were just talking with our guests when they left. An inch of rain would be like worth $1 gajillion to us all, and peace of mind as well. So let's be careful out there. Yesterday's high was 79. We're going to reach into the mid-80s today. Unfortunately, Chris Smith was unable to stay. He had previous engagements, so he was unable to stay and talk about Palmer Monument, and we were not going to charge him a thing for that, just as a kind of a donation to kind of find out how his sale went that they have every spring. Maybe we can line something up to get him back for free at another time.
Yeah. Maybe a remote or something.
Yeah, we could go down and do a remote, maybe a Facebook Live with that.
Oh, man. Hey, the City Cafe in Broken Bow. Thank goodness for the City Cafe, right?
Oh, it's been there for so many years.
Man.
Yeah, a staple of around the square.
City Cafe in Broken Bow is needing some help, looking for a couple of servers to join their team. Duties would include waiting and bussing tables. Some cashiering would be involved, too. The hours would be 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., no weekends or evenings. So if you're interested, stop into the City Cafe on the west side of the square in Broken Bow for an application. You can also call Diane after 2 o'clock if you have any questions, 870-4256, 870-4256. And one of the best parts about the job is you'd be working with Betty, one of the best cooks in town. Diane is retiring and has worked there for 17 years, so they're looking for some dedicated servers to continue things at the City Cafe in Broken Bow. So if you're interested, stop on in to the cafe, or you can call Diane if you have questions. Call her after 2 at 870-4256.
Well, it might be worth working there just to maybe sneak a peek to see how Betty makes hamburgers.
Yeah, right on.
So you can try to make those at home that taste so good. All right, it is the weekend. The weekend is upon us. It's Friday, and you might be getting together with some friends for a gathering. And if you need some adult beverages to do that with, Stan can help you at the Whiskey Barrel, and he is ready to help you out. And with the purchase, you can ice down whatever you buy in your cooler at no charge. And I was visiting with Stan the other day, and we was talking about something we was talking about this morning was retirement with Jeanette and Shelley. And he said, I don't know, I can't retire. People keep asking me if I'm going to retire. He said, I like what I'm doing. I like the store. I like the people. I like my customers. So I think you'll be finding Stan behind the counter during the day hours for many years to come. And with Stan there, that means the prices are going to stay as stable as they can be. They don't have fancy sales. They don't have glitzy prices to get you in the door and then jack things up somewhere else. It's all just their margin, what they need to make a living, to make the store operate. And so don't worry about that. You won't find, you might find a lower price somewhere else, but then look at the other prices before you make your conclusion on that. But Stan, I would like you to stop in and see him whenever you can, and you'll find a very friendly staff, and you'll get a quick visit in and have a good time. 7 days a week at the Whiskey Barrel in Broken Bow, right between Subway and Vet Care, right across the street from Gateway Motors.
We've been sharing with you some job opportunities that are posted right now on sandhillsexpress.com. Go to the employment page to take a look at all of them. Another one that is on the page right now is the Nebraska Department of Transportation is looking for a highway maintenance worker to join their team in Broken Bow. At the NDOT, they reward their employees' hard work with a friendly and supportive work environment that encourages creativity and innovation. They provide training and career development, have advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, work-life balance, and a comprehensive benefits package. To apply, go to this website. Now, you need to go online to apply because an online state application must be completed, so go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity, veterans preference employer.
At this time, I'm going to put in a free plug for our automobile dealerships here in town that sell cars.
Okay.
I think we have a couple of good ones here in town. We're not going to promote individually here, but I just would think, now this is just a thought that old David J. has, might be a good time to go car shopping.
Kind of hearing that. Yeah.
If things hold together with these tariffs, they're talking increases that can really bite the old pocketbook when buying a new car or a new pickup. So I would take a cruise out to our dealerships and see what they have on the lots right now. Might be a good time to buy.
Yeah.
Before Doge gets to us on car prices, on tariffs and so forth. So might be a good time. Also a good time to eat fish. Any time for a lot of us is a good time to eat fish. And the Knights of Columbus fish fries are really, really popular, and we have a few left. Tonight, this afternoon, beginning at 5:30, the fish fry will take place at the Anselmo Fire Hall. And I don't know, get there early because the fish goes quick. And they fry up a bunch, all different kinds. It's delicious. And it's all put on by the Knights of Columbus, and that will be at Anselmo's Fire Hall. Next week will be at Sargent, and the grand finale will be at Ansley on April 11th, serving from 5:30 until 7 p.m. Anything on your mind you want to get off your chest?
Let's see. Well, don't forget, Nebraska basketball is headed to Vegas this weekend to get ready to play in the first ever Crown basketball tournament. And they will begin play on Monday evening, and we'll broadcast all Nebraska basketball games from the tournament for you on KBBN 95.3 FM. We're hoping we have several to broadcast for you next week. They will start play against Arizona State on Monday evening. Our coverage on the Huskers radio network will start at 6:30 on Monday night.
Monday night. All right. I think we're wrapping this up, but we wanted to be sure and thank everybody who participated in the Chocolate Chip Cookie Challenge. 56 plates of cookies came in through the door in 2 weeks, well, actually 10 days, and it was wonderful. And we had some folks that ended up winning, Cassie Fisher and her kids, and they stopped in yesterday with a very nice homemade card and that the kids colored, and then another thank you card. And Cassie, it was our pleasure. Love that you and the kids made those cookies and won that KitchenAid tilt head mixer.
And they also have you tasted them? They brought out a batch of cookies that they made with the new mixer.
Oh,
yeah, they're in the back.
I'll have one.
Make sure you try one. They are delicious.
I will have one when we get done here. Also, second place, Elizabeth Mortensen. And she decided that the $500 donation that we made on her behalf would go to the Inclusive Playground Project. And I mailed that check yesterday. I meant to mail it the day before, but I got it mailed out, so that should be getting to, by the way, the Custer County Foundation, and they will run it through for us. That works so good. And so thank you very much. Also, third place, Shawanda Eggleston. Fourth place, Barb Miller, and fifth place tie between Karen Evans and a group of bakers from Custer Care. So congratulations and thank you to RTA's Hardware, where you can fill your prescriptions for a beautiful yard. Talk to Ace about creating a plan tailored to your needs for your yard this year. Chapin's Furniture and Square One Boutique. Stop by here in Broken Bow. They have everything from top to bottom. Flooring, furniture, fashions, and fun, and it's all right there on one floor. Grocery Cart in Broken Bow, weekly specials that save you money each week. They do the best to stay within the seasons, knowing the kind of what you're going to want, and they try to put those on special whenever they can. A1 Auto Repair in Arnold. A time for driving is coming up, vacations and so forth, spring and summer driving. Windshield wipers and batteries are important to remember to be checked, or for other repairs, call to make an appointment at A1 Auto Repair in Arnold. And CarQuest of Broken Bow, who offer the car care products, batteries, and a large stock of parts that you sometimes need. and they're available on West Highway 2 in Broken Bow, CarQuest of Broken Bow. They always have their filters priced right there. So those businesses helped us with the cookie contest, which was so much fun. And again, congratulations to everyone who participated. And again, if you didn't get a T-shirt when you were here, when you brought your cookies in, you sure can stop back and pick one up. We have a limited amount of different sizes now, but you can pick one up for a grandchild or for yourself or for somebody else if we don't happen to have your size.
Yes. But in order to do that, you have to bring out another batch of cookies.
That is not true.
Come on. We've had a week to recuperate. I'm ready for some more.
You are?
Yeah. I am.
I have to honestly say I'm going to be another week or two.
There you go.
Oh, they were great. There wasn't a bad cookie in the bunch.
No.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, going to switch over from oldies to a gentleman who performed twice in Arnold, Nebraska at the South Loop River Blues Fest. He performed by himself 1 year, and then he also performed with Jimmy Thackeray 1 year, as they had an album out together at the time. But anyway, thought we might enjoy that. It's going to be a little peppy now. Get your shoes on, get ready, or maybe take them off. Get those socks shined up in the kitchen, and here we go. This is a neat little deal. A gentleman will be at the Market and Mill in Anselmo today between 9 and 5. This gentleman can fix clocks. He does clock repair. He does not charge anything except the cost of the parts to fix the clocks.
It's kind of a lost art.
It is a lost art. You're right, Brent. And so charge for parts only, and he's going to hang from 9 until 5. Just have some coffee at the Market and Mill, get something to eat, and he'll be there if you want to get your clock fixed. I mean, repair a clock, not you. Anyway, he'll also be at the fish fry tonight. I don't know if he's going to be fixing clocks, but he'll be there because he wants to stay and have fish that the Knights of Columbus provide and sell tonight at the fire hall.
There you go. Sounds good. Hey, I forgot to do this earlier in the day. Eek. I'd like to wish Dylan Brown a happy birthday today.
Dylan.
Wonderful young man who, well, isn't quite as young as he used to be now. But Dylan, happy birthday to you, my friend. Hope you have a great day.
Oh, you bet. You bet. I think that takes care of the show today. I know, folks. I know we're not the best at closing down a show. Sometimes we work our way up to the end of the show and then we get another conversation going, or we don't know how to close it because we talk too much. Mm-hmm. And matter of fact, Jeremy Shipe is here right now.
And you never know who might come in.
I just wanted to see if you guys had already given out congratulations to the state champion that's among us in Broken Bow.
No, I didn't mention it. I saw it, but I didn't know if there might be someone else out there that I didn't know about.
Oh, okay.
So we haven't mentioned it.
Okay.
Well, we can mention it, and then we'll make sure that we follow up and find out if there's anybody else.
Well, I've got the story up.
Oh, you do?
So, yeah.
Cool.
So she's, Bryn Custer, state champion in one category, and then state runner-up in another category at state speech yesterday. Congratulations to her. Not easy to achieve.
No.
And
what
very hard categories to compete in.
I'm sorry. What class was it? C1?
C1.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. C1 competition.
Fantastic. That's great. Congratulations.
Yeah, story is up on sandhillsexpress.com. They were the two categories that she also was district champion in when she competed there. So took that momentum to state and did really well.
She has great family support, and she also has a grandmother
who was a long-time speech coach.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure that doesn't hurt.
Yes.
That's a family effort. Thank you, Jeremy.
Yes.
All right, we are going to close the show with one more from Tab here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Congratulations to Bryn Custer, and folks, have yourself a great weekend.